What exactly are the basic human values most people ask? Well, in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys through the basic human values that have been lost in today's society and most people don't even recognize it. Hey guys, hey homies, how are we doing? How is life? How is work? How is studies? Wherever you find yourself in any of those questions, answer it. Let me let you in on a little secret. Before we get straight into it, don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, share to your family, your friends, your co-workers, your colleagues, everybody around you. If my intro, caught your eye or is helping you or whatever. Okay, just don't forget to subscribe on all in all. And how is our book reading going? Do not forget to join the Bloom Hive WhatsApp community on WhatsApp. Yeah. So there is a personal development group on WhatsApp, the Bloom Hive. The link is going to be in the description so you can join the community and let's go from there. If you have things you have to say, and cannot be said in the comment section, you can send me an email at doniadeninmanagement@gmail.com. Let's just get straight into it. Have you noticed that there are some basic human values that most people do not even know? If I say most people just always ask, we ask, okay, what are your core values? You build your things on your core values. What are your core values? But most people don't even know what their core values are. Most people don't even know what core values are. It's like they missed civic education class way back in high school, but don't let me shade them. Let's just get straight into it. So when we mean core human values or basic human values, these are the things in which your behavior, your attitude, the way you behave, the way you think, the way you exist is based upon. That's why it's called basic human values, like basic core values. So these are the things that your main human being, your human existence, these are the beings on which they are upon or which they rest upon, things like that. And if you take notice, it is in today's society that most of these human values are seen to be gone. I don't know why, but and it's not as if most people don't have it. I guess they do have it. Like they said, like there's a Yoruba adage that says if they don't teach you from your house, they will teach you from outside. Or like there is an adage that says charity begins at home. So things are taught at home. Your parents are your first teachers. So when they teach you, and they also say it takes a village to train a child. That's inclusive of your parents, your teachers, your uncles, your aunties, your neighbors, your elders, your big sister, your big brother, your big cousin, all of that. There is no how. There is always someone around you in which you have learned something from. That's why they say it takes a village to train a child. Okay, so these are basic core values that you should have. Like I stated in the beginning, they are the beings of your existence. They are the beings of your attitude, your behavior, your demeanor, your moral standard. Everything is based on your core values. And if you take a look in today's society, there's little or no core values existing in today's society. I don't know if you guys are seeing it the way I'm seeing it, because if they are core values existing in today's society that have trained people's attitude. Some people will not be behaving the way they are behaving on social media just because they have 50 megabytes and they can, tweet nonsense or comment rubbish or chat nonsense to someone's DM. You know what I'm talking about. If you take a look at previous years, our parents' age and everything, there were more core values then as compared to now. So things were not as destroyed as this then compared to now. And you ask yourself, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Well, most people, or let me say from my perspective now, don't let me generalize things. I'll say the modern age technology, I'll say evolution. I'm a science student, yeah. So I'll say evolution, I'll say exposure. So there is much exposure to the Western world as compared to before when it comes to like African countries. Without further ado, let's just get into the basic things that are going to go. So I'll be looking through my notes that I've got right here because I think there are about 10 points I have for you guys that we're just going to discuss, and in case I did not mention one that you feel should be there, please let me know in the comments and how to, bring it back or how we can help people develop these things. And by the way, before I move to the 10 things, the 10 qualities, it's not as if some people, they didn't teach them. Like Yorubas will say, some people, they taught them, they learnt well, they taught themselves again, so they are good for it. Some people, they taught them, they did not reteach themselves, and therefore, meanwhile, some people, they didn't even teach them at all. So where do you fall in? I believe everyone should be taught. They should teach themselves, and they should, I believe, unlearn some things that they've been taught, because, like I said, evolution is happening. We are being, you know, influenced by the Western world. So a lot of things are changing. So it's not the things that worked then that will surely work now. So it's left for you to relearn, teach yourself new things, and then come out to be the best person you can be. Because this is a personal development thingy. So you get it. So let's just skip straight into it. So the first one, I was conflicted. On the first quality, and I was like, should I go with love or confidence? And as a Bible girly, as a good child of God, there's no bad child of God, but like as a child of God, I decided to go with love, because that was like the first and major commandment. Love the Lord God with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your spirit, with all your might, with all your body, with all your everything. But love God first. That's the first commandment. And the second one is just like it. You love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your enemy. Love those who persecute you. It's there in the Bible, but I don't know. I know it's in the New Testament. Maybe Matthew, Mark, Luke. One of those first 3 books or 4 books. Yeah, John. I think Matthew, Mark, Luke. Either of those 3. I don't know where exactly, but I know it's in the Bible like that. You first of all love God. That's the first commandment. And the second commandment, love everyone as you love yourself. Because if you take a look at it, the first 10 commandments God gave Moses when he went on Mount Sinai. Am I correct? The first 10 commandments, if you notice, the first 5 were towards the love of God. And the last 5 are towards the love of humanity. Loving your neighbor, loving people around you. So when Jesus now summarized the old 10 commandments into just 2 commandments in the New Testament, which is supposed to come first? Obviously love. And nowadays, most people don't love each other. And when I'm talking about love, I'm not only talking about God's love, agape love. I'm not only talking about filial love, that's like parental love, family love. And I'm not only talking about eros love, that's romantic love, emotional love and all of that. I'm talking about all the 3 loves combined. When it comes to God's love, how many people love God these days? You claim you love God, but you keep on doing things that are obviously going to... I'm not saying I don't sin. It's grace of God that is abounding for everybody. But then this thing is wrong. This thing is bad. But you say, because I'm in Nigeria, everybody's doing it, I can do it. There is a popular adage that says, if you cannot beat them, join them. But I'm going to say, if you cannot join them, why not beat them? It's not compulsory you join them. What if, that I say, love of the world is hatred with God. So if you love the world, there's no how you want to do things of God right. That's why I said the spirit and flesh is always fighting. How, like, which one? Is it spirit? Is it flesh? Which one are you, like, there's sometimes you have to battle with the flesh. I say, flesh, not today. I'm going with the spirit today. If I say all the time. But there are sometimes that flesh will just give in. I'm a very living example or living proof. And sometimes I just give in to flesh and I just be like, oh well, to God be the glory. So I'm guilty of this too, when it comes to that. But then, do you actually love your neighbor? Why you hurt them? Jealousy, why? It's part of, all other qualities are compounded inside love too. Because when you love your neighbor, obviously, you're not going to lose basic core values. So what I'm saying, why are you going to be jealous? Why do you betray? Why do you do, some people do such things. They do some things and I'm like, and then you expect yourself to have friends. How do you want to have friends when they know the kind of person you are? When they know you're a jealous person, they must not have any little achievements like this. You're already eyeing them from the from the other side. You're already giving them bad eyes. Like how? Why? Why is it? Why? Any reason? It's something by the grace of God, to the glory of God, I can beat my chest off. If I have someone succeeding around me, I'm always very happy for them, because it's a sign that it's going to touch me soon. It's coming to touch me soon. And if they are happy, if they are successful, I'm so happy for you, because I can't imagine myself being successful and people around me are not, or they are coming to beg or ask me to borrow them or to... Bruh, you yourself, it means you have a problem. You that are the rich one amongst everybody. You are the one that has a problem. Because how is that happening? Like, even you're being successful, you're not bringing your friends on, you're not bringing your family on. Family that are actually family, because nowadays, There are some family that are not family. So, like, why are you not? There's a whole lot to talk about on love, but let me just stop there for the sake of time because we still have 9 more to go. So, the second one is confidence. Now, this is one thing that I am so proud that I have, and it stemmed from my parents. They taught me confidence. In this life, you can't say you don't want to be confident because confidence takes you places. Confidence gives you things that you don't expect yourself having. Like you say you are shy. Why are you shy? If you are shy, how do you want to achieve? Because nowadays you have to like be social. You can't be antisocial in this day and age and say you want to achieve. What do you want to achieve? I don't know. So confidence is something that they've always instilled in me. And I remember then my dad used to say that if something or someone is doing something that you are not comfortable with, that you feel is bad, it's not right, you speak up. That's where confidence first stemmed up from. Like you speak up. Like you are who you are. I am Oluwaduni Akiomi. I am brave, I am confident, I am bold. I always said that to myself then, and my dad always still encouraged me. Even my mom, but my own mom, she has silent confidence. So we also picked that from her. And my brother has that. I'm the one with like the loud confidence. My brother is the one with the silent confidence. Like if you meet my brother, you won't know he's confident still. Like, stuff happens. And that's something that I want people to have, like it's enjoyable, it's very, very beautiful to have confidence. But at the same time, you should also know where to draw the line because there's a very thin line between confidence and pride. When you're already too confident or you believe you are also, then pride starts setting in like, who are you? Tune it down a notch, things like that. In the end, by the way, I'm going to give solutions on how to, bring back these basic core values into, your life and your sphere. But let me just run through it. And by the way, this is, by the time you'll be watching this video, it's going to be 5 years since my dad passed. And let's say I dedicate this video to him because part of the confidence he taught me, he was a media person, a very, very popular media person in Ogun State and also in Nigeria, so to speak, if I dare say so myself. Okay, so it's going to be 5 years exactly on Thursday, the 16th of January. And I miss him a lot. To think that like I'm the female version of him. Like the only difference is that he's masculine, I'm feminine, and he has a baritone voice. And I think for myself as a lady, I have a deep voice myself. So yeah, may his soul rest in peace. I just miss the guy. Like he was legit. Okay, you taught me a lot of things, how to love myself. So no guy can walk up to me and come and be sweet talking me. Like, tell me another thing. Tell me something I don't know. My dad tells me this all the time. Do you have another thing for me? Like, and you can't say you want to use money to man. My dad did that. So he always came through. So may soul rest in peace. Just yeah, and yeah, I think that's just it. So the third point, empathy. This is one that if I must say myself, it's inadequate when it comes to me because there are sometimes I cannot relate, like I cannot connect. I don't know, it doesn't just come out. So sometimes I'm just looking at you like, so I don't know what to do. I'm just staring and I'm just lost. So someone nudges me that, okay, do this, then I have to do it. But then you notice that in my actions of doing that, I'm still not getting it because it's something that, and it's something I'm learning like right now. And I think to a certain point, I'm enjoying it, except when I come across, people that have lost these basic core values and they do some silly things. And then I regret, like, why was I emotional? Why was I empathetic towards this person? Why was I empathetic towards this situation? And things like that. And people just want to put it there so they show that they have a hard front. They put up a hard front. They have hardcore. Nothing can get to them. Meanwhile, the smallest things get to them. And it's just something that we should bring back in today's society because when you have empathy for people, you show love towards them. You show love towards what they do. You show compassion, for the trials and things that people are going through. I know everyone is going through their own, but if you're empathetic on your own, you'll be able to show compassion towards, your fellow human. Okay. The fourth one is respect. Now, this is one that I deal with a lot. I'm a fan of respect, like literally respect everything and anything. In the olden days, in the gone days, they'll say respect your elders. Your elders deserve respect. But in this day and age, I realize that even fools grow old. So who do we know who to respect and who not to respect? Well, there's a simple answer for that. I will say respect everybody. Respect babies. Respect animals. Respect human beings. Respect your mates. Respect your elders. Respect your juniors. Respect toddlers. You respect everybody. And where I'm going to draw the line, you respect people till they show that they cannot be respected, and that is when they disrespect you. Because I will take no form of disrespect from nobody. I draw my boundaries real tight and real thick, so you see the line, and when you try to cross it, I give it back to you. I throw it back to you, like, you dare try to disrespect me, and if you do, best believe you're going to get it back. And I know it's not tit for tat in this life, but it is what it is, because there are a lot of hooligans in this day and age. So you'll get it back no matter what. Do not disrespect people. Learn to respect people. Don't say because they are younger than you, or they are your age mate, or because they are I don't in fact, that is one thing I don't joke with. Respect. You respect people because you don't command respect, you don't demand respect, you earn respect, you earn people's respect. Now, this is another part that I don't have a lot of patience. Like, my patience line is this thing. Like, this thing you can see is this thing. I'm not, I don't, and it's the funny thing is that it's a fruit of the spirit. So it's something I'm learning. Patience. Hi. I'm very thin on patience. Like, I will change it for you in a split second. Sharp. And me, that I don't waste time. It's done. And it's something that we should have in this society. It's something that is a contributory to our behaviors, no matter what. And it's in everything, in your spirituality, in your career, in your finance. You have to be patient, because nothing just falls on you at once. I mean, you didn't just, the day you were born wasn't the day you turned 20. There was a growth stage, there was patience. You achieved patience till you turn 20, till you turn 30, and so on, and so on and so forth. So patience is a very, very core value that has been lost in today's society, and that needs to come back. And me, myself, undergoing the stages of coming back to being a patient person, I'm going to tell you how I am achieving that. Next point, we'll go with responsibility. Nowadays, it's so easy to put blame on somebody else. Like, so easy. You took this action yourself. You may or might not have known the repercussion, and you just decide to just put the blame on someone. Take responsibility for things. Be responsible. When you don't take responsibility for little things, how then do you want to grow? How then do you want to hold and be able to control great things in life? How then do you want to achieve personal development? Because I don't understand how you're an adult here, and you see that this is the right way to do things, and then you just decide not to. I don't even know what even enters you. I don't know. I don't understand. And then you do some silly things, and you try to gaslight people, and you just try to I don't, and you ghost, and I don't even understand that space. I seriously still trying to wrap my head around it, because why won't you just take responsibility? Why would you try to pour the blame on someone else? Like, how does that work for you? How do you sleep at night? Oh well, whatever makes you sleep at night. To the next point, humility. In this day and age whereby everyone wants to show their achievements, their awards, their successes, humility has been lost because pride has set in. And I don't know how you want to become great, or I don't know how you want to become good, or I don't know how you want to be good at doing things by doing the worst of things. I seriously do not know how to become good at doing the very worst of things, and being, playing in the act of self-righteousness. I still can't get it. Well, if someone can explain to me in the comments, I'd love to know, honestly. The next point, I'll go to bravery. Now, there is a very, very, very big but minute difference between bravery, confidence, and boldness. And since we're talking on bravery in this one, I would define bravery as the act of being scared of something but still going ahead to do it, notwithstanding, the repercussions or the results. Okay, this is a perfect example. I'm a zoologist here, so I graduated as a zoologist. And while in school, then we used to have surgical procedures on animals. Rats, lizards, frogs, toads, what have you, even insects. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of reptiles as the class reptilia, like snakes, lizards, wall geckos, salamanders, iguanas, crocodiles, alligators. I am not an avid. In fact, I'm not a fan at all. And then they will ask us, my lecturers then back in school will ask us to perform surgical procedures on these animals. And what am I to do? I'll be the one to lead in my group. In fact, if I'll go this particular reptile, I don't like reptiles, but on the reptiles, I'm the one performing the surgical procedures. That is what I call bravery. Being scared to do something and you still do it, you still go ahead to do it, notwithstanding, because it is a risk you are willing to take and you know the result, you know what you're going to achieve in the end, and then you still take it. That is bravery, and it is lost in today's society. People are just cards these days. That's why they hide behind their keyboards and mess people up online. Because you are what? Who do you think you are? To come online and mess people up just because they do not know your houses. They will get you. You won't like yourself that day. Next point, I'm going to go with honesty and integrity. This is just, it stems from lies. And I hate lies. I hate lies. I hate being cheated. Both cheated and being cheated on, But honesty and integrity in this day and age, especially when it comes to money, there is no integrity at all. Some people, they will do a lot of nasty things just to get money, and that is really, really sad. That is something you need to build back. Honestly, that is really, really sad. Next point, I'll go with loyalty. This is something I sincerely have. I am so loyal to the core by the grace of God. No matter who you are, if you're my person, I stick by you through thick and thin until you give me a reason not to anymore. And I'm going to back off. Like, I am so loyal to the core. If you mess with anyone around me, my friends, my family, you're going to get it from me. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with me. Loyalty, it is something that it's very dear. This is a very sacred thing. Being loyal to someone. I hate betrayals. I hate treachery. There is always time to grow. There is also, it is like they say, once there is life, there is hope. Even if you never add these things, there is time to build these things. There is always space to build these things. Like I said, I've never been a patient person. I don't know. I can't relate. Even empathy, I can't relate. But let me just give you the tips and tricks I'm using to build some basic core values that I do not have or that I have lost along the way, in relating to people. So the first thing I do is first study my Bible. I study my Bible. I go spiritual. Because the spiritual controls the physical. I go spiritual. I go to talk to God. I study my Bible because there is no situation in this life. There is no situation in this life that is not in the Bible. There is no situation that the Bible does not talk about that is not in the Bible. I've not seen it. So the first thing I do, I first pray to God to help me, because it's something that takes an innate process. It's not a physical thing. It's from deep within. And call your person. You only see my physical face. You only see Duni. This is Duni you are seeing. My spirit is there. My soul is there. You call your person. Come back. This is what I want you to do. You do it. So that's the first thing I do. I go through the Word of God. And Galatians 5:22, I don't know, it's a very common, popular, verse. The fruit of the Spirit, patience, love, loving kindness, endurance. I hope I'm getting it right. But all of that, tolerance and all that. So due to that, I'm like, I must develop patience. I must have the fruit of the Spirit. So because of that, I am developing patience. If there's someone being very nasty around me, I just take a very deep breath, because it's always very hard. And I remember I am growing patience. I am learning to become patient. And I tend to be patient with the person, and it works. The second point is do a mind reset. So it stems from the mind. Whatever you do in the physical, be it success, be it anything at all, even some people that fail, it's from the mind. It stems from the mind. Like I said, it's just your physical. It's what your mind is telling your physical to do that you do. So you reset your mind. You reset your brain, reset your thinking. Come back to life. I speak to you. Come back now. This is what I want to do. I am going to see. You're not controlling me. I am controlling you. So do this as I've told you to do it. That's another one. And the third thing I'm trying to do is learn from people that have these things. Okay, so I watch a lot of videos. I watch, a lot of my pastors. I watch other pastors from other, churches, and they preach on these things. I get content that preach on these things. I read books, that speak on these things. And from there are secrets that help to build these certain core values since we missed civic education in high school. Well, so yeah, I think those 3 points are like the major ones that that are helping, and I believe can help you too. And yeah, if there are other qualities or other core values that are non-existent today or that are going into existence into extinction in today's day and age that I have not mentioned, please let me know in the comment section, and let me know how you can regain these core values back into your lives. Let's help people that lack these things. How can they bring it back? How can they learn it? How can they unlearn some things that they know? How can they relearn some things that they are supposed to know? Do let me know in this comment section. Let me know if this video helped you in a way or two. To the people that had once had these values and now do not exist, I hope this video is a sign for you to reawaken those values, and this video brings you the vibes, the energy, and the go ahead to reawaken those core values and see that they are not weaknesses in today's society just because they are lost in today's society, or just because most people lack it. It doesn't mean that you are on the wrong, you are on the right, and it is much needed. One day they will all come to realize that these are the core values that have been lost and they do not have, and see the way it affected them. Okay, so please and please let us regain those core values. They are the basis on which our entire being is based upon, or is based off upon. So let's regain these core values. If there are some you do not have, please learn how to bring them back in. Meet with people that have these core values that you do not have. Read the Bible, read the Holy Book, pray to God, ask God to help you. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie. Some people say the truth. Actually, say the truth. It's not only God. God cannot. But honestly, it does happen. I am a very, very living proof. Shemina, I still have patience. I have little before. My patience line was like this. If I said there was no line before, but now. So this video is so long, but even me myself talking, I enjoyed it, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it too. So please watch till the end. See you guys on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.